Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's Cooper here, one half of FCSN. It's that time of the week to break down this weekend's matchup. Yesterday or last night, Texas Tech played Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is out without J.W. Walsh, but they were able to pull that one out. That was a great game. And then UCLA was able to top Arizona State. People were throwing Brett Hundley in the back of that Heisman soccer, saying UCLA is starting to play like the team we think they could be. I'm not ready to jump on that bandwagon just yet, but I will say they were pretty impressive last night. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into this weekend's games, starting things off with Tennessee and Georgia, an SEC rivalry game. I have Georgia winning this one. I think this is the first game back in SEC competition since they lost to South Carolina. I think they get that run game going, and I think their defense will be much improved in this game. After shut to Troy, I know it's Troy, but I think the defense has some momentum back under them, and I think they'll make the stops they need to beat Tennessee. Moving on, Miami. I picked Miami last week to beat Nebraska. They didn't do it. Kaya has not looked all that great, which is understandable as a true freshman kind of thrown into this situation. And Duke Johnson is really their only true source of offense. But I think they finally get it turned around this week. I think they finally just make this statement. So you know what? They're going to figure things out because you're going through some growing pains right now. I think they get Duke Johnson going. I think Kaya maybe makes a few plays. I said the same thing last week. But I think they do it this week versus Duke. I have a little bit of faith in this Miami team because they've got the talent and they have the receivers to help Kaya out. I think Duke is a team they do it against. And Duke is undefeated, by the way. Don't sleep on Duke, but I think Miami wins this game. Moving on to Stanford and Washington. Stanford, they had that loss to USC, but they played pretty well. Besides that, I think they beat Washington. I think their defense steps up and stops Washington's offense, and they're able to just do what they do on offense. I don't think Stanford will have too much trouble with Washington. I think they come out of there with a pretty easy win. Moving on, we got South Carolina and Missouri. Missouri was an embarrassment for the SEC. They lost to Indiana. But they're looking to turn things around. But South Carolina didn't play too well versus Vanderbilt this last week. So this is an interesting matchup. People might sleep on this game. It's going to be a lot closer than people think. I have South Carolina winning it, but it'll be a lot closer than people think. I think it may be like something around the lines of 35-24, 35-27, something like that. And that'll be a great game. Look forward to that one. Then we have the primetime game, 8 o'clock on ABC. We've got Notre Dame and Syracuse. I'm not sold on Syracuse, to be honest with you. No disrespect to Syracuse at all. I'm not sure why this is the primetime game of the weekend. I have Notre Dame winning this one pretty handily, and Notre Dame rolls on to that win. Moving on to Texas A&M and Arkansas. Arkansas is a completely different team than we saw last season. They are running the ball like no other team in the country right now. And Texas A&M, they got Kenny Trill running the offense at quarterback. This is going to be like a high-powered throwing attack versus a high-powered run attack. This is going to be a fun game to watch. But I have Texas A&M winning this one. I think Kenny Hill is just too hard to stop. I don't think Arkansas is going to make enough plays to keep up with this Texas A&M offense. I have Texas A&M winning this game. Moving on to Florida State, NC State. There's a lot of talks about what happened the last time the Seminoles traveled out to Raleigh, North Carolina, where NC State upset them when they were like top 5 in the nation. This is going to be a tougher game than people think. Jameis Winston is back. But I think Florida State wins it pretty handily. I don't think it's going to be very too close. I think like maybe 49-17 Florida State, something along the lines of that. I think they get kind of a slow start, but then I think they roll on to that win. Jameis Winston gets going and takes back control of that offense, and they win at NC State. Last one up, we've got Oregon State and USC. USC lost to Boston College, but besides that, it looked good. Not really sure what happened in that game. I didn't catch that game. But I think USC turns things around. They beat Oregon State, and USC gets the W. So, down in that comment section below, let me know what you thought of these picks. Maybe if you thought I got something wrong, you think this team maybe be an upset factor, or I think you go, Cooper, that's a wrong pick. Let me know in that comment section. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter at Cooper_sports for updates when I'll be uploading. And if you just want to talk college football, sports, anything like that. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is Cooper, signing out.